We're going to call the Thursday, August 25th, 2022 Commission meeting to order. Roll call, please, Jeff.
Presiding Commissioner Bob Houston.
Present.
Associate Commissioner District 1, Monty Kisner.
Present.
Associate Commissioner District 2, Ryan Johnson.
Present.
Please rise for the pledge. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Need a motion to accept the agenda as presented.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
3 votes for, 0 against. I need a motion to approve the minutes from August 18th, 2022.
So moved. Second.
There were a couple changes in that. A couple of the motions weren't put in correctly. They are noted on the website and in the new packet that Jeff will be placing in the records. Any questions?
No.
All in favor? 3 votes for, 0 against. Resolution number 22-41, funding to assist with election expenses related to election security. Need a motion?
So moved. Second.
So Jeff, this is a $10,000 grant, and we didn't have an account set up for it.
Right.
So this is basically doing an amendment to the budget to have line items to be able to pay out of and put it into.
Right. We have a check that we're needing this line item so we can put the check into our system.
Your office has already executed the agreement for the grant with the Secretary of State's office in
Yes.
Missouri. You have a check already on board for your signed agreement that's sitting in a safe right now.
Correct.
Waiting for us to create an account for you to deposit the check into. Is that correct?
That is correct. We've had this account. The only reason we took it off was during COVID, we didn't get this
You didn't
grant.
get the grants.
So we took it off of a line item to kind of clean things up, but obviously the HAVA grants came back and that's why we have to put this account back in place.
But these election security grants, as I have now come to understand, the HAVA grants go back to, I think, 2002.
Correct.
In the aftermath of the 2000 election. And
Debacle.
these are, and these are specifically election security grants to help, that you can spend to help guarantee election integrity, is that right?
Correct. HAVA stands for Help America Vote Act.
Right.
And that's where the money is.
Some of the
Helping.
things I read on there says costs associated with background checks, privacy screens, privacy booths, curtains, better lighting, anything basically.
Maintenance of the equipment we're using, all kinds of things in there, so.
Any other questions? Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
All in favor of resolution number 22-41? 3 votes for, 0 against. Cass County Road and Bridge, bid for Durapatcher and chassis needed for replacement. I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Kelly?
This has been quite an intriguing deal to put together with today's times because we're talking 2 pieces of equipment. So the Durapatcher, which is pretty much the only plant is in Mississippi, but then we had to find a chassis for those specs for that. After calling over 30 places, we did find one, and because we have done business with them before, we're good Cass County customers, they were willing to bump us to a build in January and keep us at that pricing. They will send the chassis directly from the plant to Mississippi. They will then put the Durapatcher on it, and they include it in the price freight back to Kansas City. So, sounds good on paper. We hope it all goes as smooth as it sounds. It's a little more money than we wanted to pay, but anticipated times it's not gonna get any cheaper. So it's our recommendation to buy it at it. Our Durapatcher now is 2007. Monty, you probably know a little bit of the history on that. I guess it got hit by lightning right after they purchased it.
Oh, did it?
In 2007,
Yeah.
and it's been
I forgot
nothing
about that.
but trouble, and it's broke down more than it has ran in all those years. And we need this to run, this piece of equipment to run 8 to 9 months out of the year, so.
And it's almost $200,000 total for,
Yes, it is, just a hair over 200,000.
oh, they moved us up to January. Now we're only 7 months out or 6 months
Yeah,
out.
it's for the build, so we should anticipate delivery March or April 2023.
Is that Durapatcher? I don't recall, you may know, and we don't know, but is it the same size as the one that we,
It
similar
is.
to the one we got now? Is
It is.
Yeah, okay.
It's just, it's the exact same model, just with
Yeah.
the new enhanced upgrades. I think they only got one major change on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dave Keener, who used to do asphalt, may be able to speak on the Durapatcher.
So Ms. Kelly, for those of us that this is the first Durapatcher we've ever gotten a vote on, and for those who might be listening online that don't maybe know what a Durapatcher is specifically, can you maybe just put it down where the chickens eat the feed?
Sure.
What is a Durapatcher and what does it do?
Yes. And so the machine itself, you put oil and aggregate in it, it mixes together as it comes out the chute, and a hose, it fills the potholes in the paved and chip seal roads.
This is your pothole
It's a pothole patcher.
machine,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. And the current pothole patching machine or vehicle is how old?
It's 2007, it's
Since
about 15
2007.
15 years old.
And it's apparently been struck by lightning
I think it was struck by lightning.
and or,
Right.
and it's still operational or no?
It is, it's just broke down more than it works.
So it's
never worked
inoperable
properly.
more than it's operable.
Correct.
It's in the shop being fixed, while it's out
Correct.
patching potholes. Well, considering the number of pothole calls I get, which is a lot.
You want two of these machines?
I would imagine that this is a worthwhile and necessary expense. I will say that $200,000 for a pothole patcher does seem a bit pricey. Is that the normal cost of these things, or?
I think pre-COVID, we probably would have 30, 40,000. We got some other asphalt people in here that probably know more, probably cheaper, but
You
I
mean
don't know.
$30,000 cheaper pre-COVID, pre-supply chain
Right.
issue,
Yes,
but now the price has gone up like everything else?
yes.
Okay. And is it because supply chain issues have been a problem that you're kind of having to, forgive the term, piecemeal this together? With the
No, it would
chassis
still be-
and
it
the
would still-
Durapatcher?
it would still be two pieces of
But
equipment.
okay, it would always be that?
It would always
Gotcha.
be two pieces of
Okay.
equipment.
Okay, all right.
Kelly, you're planning to pay for this out of next year's budget? on
Yes,
capital
that's
outlay?
another thing, it is being incorporated into next year's budget.
Mhm. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? All in favor to purchase the Durapatcher? 3 votes for, 0 against. Thank you, Kelly.
You're welcome.
Cass County Collector Chris Mullendorf will not be here today. Sorry. Requesting disbursement of 2021 tax sale surplus money, certificate of purchase number 21-19, tax sale number 171, taxpayer name Robert Lee Morrison, in amount of $13,786.37, payable to EZ Everyday LLC. I need a motion.
So moved.
Second. This is basically someone redeeming their tax bill, and we're paying the people back that purchased it on the courthouse steps. Chris is a little under the weather today.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's too bad.
All in favor? 3 votes for, 0 against. Cass County Health Department to purchase a 2023 Ford F-250 from Mawkins Ford. I need a motion.
So moved.
Second. Matt?
Yeah, so we currently have the emergency preparedness response trailer at the Cass County Health Department. It's an enclosed car trailer essentially. We don't really have a sufficient vehicle to move it or mobilize at the health department. Historically, we've relied on the sheriff's office to help us in those events when we do need to move it. But if there was an emergency that we needed to respond to, chances are that the sheriff's office would probably be responding to it in some capacity as well, and that would limit us in capacity to move this trailer to mobilize. So we have gone through Mawkins Ford. It's currently at $50,313. That is a little bit more than we had initially forecast for the purchase. But we have moved the funds around in the ELCED grant, and it should be likely to cover the purchase.
So we had a grant to cover the majority of the purchase on this.
It should cover the entirety, yeah.
Okay.
Is that a grant from the state of Missouri?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Can you talk a little bit about the bid process, especially for those listening online? All 10 of them, I'm joking. They might wonder why a 2023 F-250. They might say, well, why not buy a used 250 for a little cheaper? Can you maybe answer the reasoning for the 2023 versus something that maybe someone out of the economy would,
Well, our
look for something
procurement
to-
policy doesn't allow to be buying used property.
So procurement policy
Correct.
is the reason for the new vehicle.
Essentially, yes,
Yep.
we did look at a used vehicle, and it was actually priced fairly similarly to
Yeah.
a brand new one at that
I've
point.
noticed
but
that too recently.
The procurement policy is what would prohibit us from doing that.
Right. Thank you.
Any other questions?
I do know that trailer's extremely heavy, so you couldn't go with an F-150 by no means, so you have to just step up, so that's a very heavy trailer, so. Yeah, hopefully the 250 will do it, so, yeah. So you are in dire need of a vehicle for that trailer, I know, yeah.
Anything else? All in favor, purchase the F-250 2023 for the health department from Mockins? 3 votes for, 0 against. Thank you, Matt. Cass County internship description.
So we recently engaged in conversation with the University of Central Missouri, specifically the Department of Political Science, and also former State Senator David Pierce, who is their Executive Director of Government Relations now. And when I visited campus last spring, one of the ideas that we had for a partnership between Cass County and the University of Central Missouri, located in Johnson County, Missouri, was to create a potential internship program between the County of Cass and the university. Everybody agreed that it was a good idea. We've done a work session on this, maybe 2. I had other conversations with the PhD professors who would run the internship program, but the potential opportunities during this semester for a part-time internship could be that they would maybe get exposure to the assessor's office, the county clerk's office, the collector's office, circuit court, sheriff's, health, treasurer. The opportunities are endless in terms of local county government, which would be a very good experience for their students and hopefully be mutually beneficial to both the county and the university and the students. We have a lot of Cass County citizens who are actually students at the University of Central Missouri, so I think this is a win-win opportunity for us that will cost the county very little, if anything. We have a handbook here that they provided to us to make sure that internship programs are run professionally and by the book, so to speak. And again, think that this would be a great opportunity for both the county, the citizens of Cass County, Cass County government, the students, and then the university itself. So we just need to be able to agree that we want to enter into this partnership with them, or decide not to.
Well, and the other one was the construction management.
Yeah,
That was
another opportunity as well.
Another opportunity that they thought they might have several from our county that would like to get into that. Kelly might get some additional help. So we'll see.
Codes and zoning, opportunities are endless.
Yeah. So we're gonna put that into their official record to have. They will be an employee of the county if they work, whether it's part-time or full-time, depending on the number of hours. So they'll still have to abide by all the county rules and HR rules, so. Any questions? All right, thank you, Ryan. Miscellaneous business? Seeing none. Public comment? David?
That's me.
You have the floor.
My name is David Keener. I'm with a company called Gavel Roads. We're an online auction company. Just wanted the opportunity to come by and introduce myself and a little bit about our company. Is it all right if I bring stuff forward?
Oh, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely, David.
I've had the opportunity to stop by and visit with the Road and Bridge Department, and did you need extra copies?
Sure.
Okay. And I have worked with some of these folks for a few years. I worked at Vance Brothers for about 25 years, and then when I left from there, I went to a company called Paving Maintenance Supply in Lee Summit. Worked for them for about 7 years. And I'm now with, like I said, Gavel Roads. Gavel Roads is an online auction company. And we, I think in the past you guys have used companies about similar to maybe like a Purple Wave or a, I don't know, Big Iron, or what you have used in the past. And we're gonna be very similar to one of those. Our home office is in Wichita, Kansas. My office is in Lone Jack, Missouri. And I have extra flyers if anybody else wanted a copy of any of these things. But one of the biggest differences in Gavel Roads is the opportunity that an agency can use a reserve. So you can, if you've got a skid steer that you want to get rid of, and you take it to a Bobcat and they give you a trade-in value of $5,000, you can come to us and say, okay, we want to sell this, but we want a reserve of $5,000. If it doesn't bring $5,000, you've got a couple options. You can just immediately pull it off the auction and it doesn't cost you anything, or you can run it in another auction. You can either do the next auction right after it or take a break. And so we do an auction every 2 weeks. So like the next one that we'll have is September 6th in our standard agricultural and construction auction. I gave you a flyer also on the guns and sporting goods auction. It's a specialty auction that we used to do every 3 months. Now we do every 2 months because we've come across several cities that have a lot of guns and things that they've confiscated. And like the city of Emporia has given us 120 guns. City of Oberlin has given us 68 guns. We're currently working with the city of Lone Jack. They have 82 guns to get rid of. And so a lot of the guns that you'll see on our auctions, and anybody can get online and take a look. Sorry, Kelly. She said to make sure not let Bob know this. But we'll do these auctions, but all the standard auction, the construction and agricultural auction, everything stays at your location. So I come out and I take all the pictures, and if it's a piece of equipment we can get running, I like to take some videos, because we also have a YouTube page where people can watch videos of the equipment too. So it stays at your location. I take the pictures and do the contract, set it up, and once we have an agreement, I send it to Wichita. They upload it to our website, and then we designate which auction you want it to be on. We'd like it to have the information and pictures and everything at least 2 weeks before the auction, so it has time to advertise and we can show it to several folks. We're in the neighborhood of about 58,000 users on our site right now. I like to be up front and let you know we sell a lot of motor graders and things, and what we're seeing right now is a lot of our buyers are exporters. We just sold the motor grader out of Pettis County recently, and it's going to Brazil. Had a couple more that went to somewhere in South America. I'm not sure where they were going, but so we have a lot of stuff that gets bought that, I mean, it doesn't affect you by any means. They'll have someone come in and pick it up, and the transaction actually happens between your county and us. There's no fees to the seller as an agency, as a government agency, whether it's a city, county, township, state. There's no fees. Now, as an individual, if an individual was to sell, say, a farm tractor or something like that, there is a 5% seller's fee on that. We mainly make our money off of the buyer, so if they buy something for $1,000, they pay $1,100. It's a 10% buyer's fee, is how we make our money. And then, like I was saying, the big difference on the guns, I actually have to collect the guns and take them physically to Wichita so they can do the background check, and they check all of the serial numbers, because there will be some that, hey, they don't match, the numbers don't add up, something's not right, and they can't be sold. So we do have that process on the guns, and then they are kept there until the sale is done. If they sell, then the individual buyer can either go to Wichita and pick them up and do the background check there, or we can send them to an FFL licensed agency in your area, whether it's here in Harrisonville or Warrensburg or wherever. An FFL licensed individual can handle that. And
we've seen ranges anywhere from $15 to $35 for those, fees on the transfer fee. So, and then we also do a classic car auction every so often. We've had a few, but because of the reserves, some of these classic cars that we just did, they're not moving very much. We had several cars that the guy said, I want $43,000, and we get them as high as 35, and that's as far as they go. And we're in April and May, things were selling really well. People had the money to be able to buy stuff, and right now we're not seeing that. And so that's kind of what we're seeing. But like I said, I live over in Lone Jack, and I would be handling this area. And so if you have any questions, I would be available. Give me a call 24/7, whatever's needed. And we'd like the opportunity to help you out any way we can. And it doesn't have to be, we don't sign a contract for everything has to be sold with us or anything like that. If you have a piece of equipment you want to just try us on, then that's basically what Pettis County did. He said, I've got a motor grader and a sweeper truck.
Sure.
And they took it to the John Deere dealer, or had the John Deere dealer come out and give them a trade-in value. And then we put that in the reserve, and we went past the reserve and sold it. And then he said, Lester was, or Leonard was really excited for the sweeper truck that we sold, so. But, that's basically what I've got. I'm open to if you have any questions or anything like that.
Thank you. No, I'm on your website right now looking at these firearms, so.
And you to get on the website, you don't have to register or sign in. You can just go on site and look at it. If you do want to bid on something, you will have to register. One of the things that they ask for is a credit card on your account. And I've come across some counties that don't have a credit card accessibility. And so what we do in a county situation, Henry County wanted to buy some, we had some tubes on last month's. They wanted to buy some of the corrugated tubing. And so what we do is we set up a separate account, and then if they end up being the buyer, then we just have an account, and they were just gonna do a wire transfer of the money and stuff. So it's, we've got a way to get around where if you do wanna register, we can work with you, and where you don't have to have absolutely a credit card to be a registered buyer. So.
Thank you, David. Appreciate it.
Yeah, sir.
Appreciate the time. Thank you all.
Mhm.
And I have extras of these if anybody else wanted to see. Did you guys need one for the paper or anything?
Sure, if you have next.
Oh, I got plenty of extras, so.
Appreciate it. Commissioner communications. Today we have the Belton
Centennial, 150 years.
150 years.
Exciting times for
Got a
Belton.
proclamation for them, nominating today as Belton Day, so that will be tonight.
Did you hear when this started?
You were here before it then. Any other commissioner communications? All right, we're gonna go in executive session today under RSMO sections 610.021.1 legal, 610.021.3 personnel actions, and 610.021.13 personnel records. I'll need a motion to go in executive.
So moved.
Roll call, please, Jeff.
Commissioner Bob Houston.
Yes.
Commissioner District 1, Monty Kisner.
Yes.
Commissioner District 2, Ryan Johnson.
Yes, sir.
When we come out of the executive session, we will adjourn the regular meeting at that time. Thank you. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it.
Thank you all. Have a great day.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah.
See you, Dave.
Good to see you, Paul.